Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cool.
Hello, welcome to Football Manager Pentagon Challenge. This is Season 5, Episode 2. We're back in the group stages with Pahang. We're just going to jump straight into the Champions League. No messing about. I'll see you there. Right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. The first game of the group stage against Pahang Steelers. 12:30 in the morning. I'm watching my boy streaming. Go check him out. Shaolin Dre, Twitch.tv. I'm ready for this. I'm in good spirits. I'm excited. The team we're running with today: Isha in goal, Tajuddin, Mohammed, Jabbar and Razali in defence, Farizat and Pickering in midfield, Fatu Quay in the attacking left and right spots, and Putra and Heavy Huda up top. Even though I don't think the team's as strong as it was last season, I still believe in us. I still have faith. Lee Bin chips it over the top. Great tackle by Tajuddin. Playing a little triangle in the defence. It's a pull ball over the top. Lee Bin tries another one. Poor header forward and Isha collects comfortably. Rolls it out to Mohammed, who's under a bit of pressure. Hits it up to Quay, who heads it down to Pickering. Pickering with some space in midfield. Whips it out right to Fatu. Fatu's got a chance to get a ball in the box. He gets tackled, but he still holds on to the ball. Gets a cross in. It's bounced around. Putra! We have the first goal. 4 minutes in, Putra gets the goal. It was assisted by Fatu. Sort of bounced around a little bit. I'm not sure how he ended up getting the final assist. He lost the tackle here. He crossed it in. It bounced around. Oh, it just fell off the defender, and Putra was quickest to react. 1-0 within 4 minutes away from home. Good start. Daddy player, to be fair. Huda with the corner. Passes it to Quay. Cross is blocked. Huda under a lot of pressure here. Yeah, and he loses out. Oh, but he gets the ball back. Passes it to Farizat in midfield. Pickering made a little run, but he didn't choose to go with him. Quay with a poor header. Big E plays the ball over the top. Sanchez through one-on-one again. Great touchdown. He's going to score this time. Warning signs were there with the first opportunity. He's punished us at the second. It's 1-1. It was a good ball over the top by Seguier. It's an unbelievable touchdown. Right on his laces. Straight into his path. Drags Isha out and then slots it into the corner. That's a good finish. 28 minutes in, Somalia tries to play a ball over the top. Headed down well and Ahmed passes it to Lee Bin, who plays Ahmed in behind. Ahmed, oh, we've given away a penalty. Farizat was that, it was. Gives away the penalty and it's a chance for Pahang to take the lead with Ahmed. The man who got tripped, slots it in the bottom right corner. That's a great penalty. 2-1 to Pahang Steelers. Very disappointing. Because we've played quite well so far. It's a shame to go down in this fashion. A good penalty. It's right in the corner, just shy of the post. A chance late on for us in the 79th minute. Whips in by Quay. Farizat gets the header clear. Huda on the edge of the box. Gives it to Farizat. It takes a good touch inside. Fatwa, fantastic touch. Oh, he's been disallowed. The keeper made a big mistake. He'll be grateful for that. Ahmed with it. Looking like a good counter this. Ahmed plays through Sanchez. Mohammed gets there, but it's not a strong enough touch, and Sanchez seals the deal for Pahang. Pahang. Not the right ang, unfortunately. Ahmed played a good ball through. I think Mohammed definitely should have dealt with that. It's a weak clearance. He gets to it. Yeah, that's soft. That's very soft. Full time, we have lost 3-1. I don't think we performed that badly considering we were away from home. I think it's respectable, but unfortunately it wasn't enough to get the victory. We move on. Okay, here we are, game number 2. This one against Adelaide United. We are at home. They drew against Beijing. Interesting. Hopefully we can get a result. We played alright against... I forgot my name. Goodness me. What's going on here? Against Pahang. But unfortunately we weren't able to get the victory. Only difference here this game is Cameron is having to step in midfield. And Isha is slightly injured, but he's still able to play, so he will be playing. Throwing early on in 6 minutes for Adelaide. It's hit on the edge of the box. Riley McGree. Oh, dearie McGree. What an absolute striker that is. Absolutely thumped it into the bottom corner. Maria had it. Diarago passed it back to him. McGree, you saw him lining that rocket up. Down 1-0 in emphatic fashion. You can't account for those types of goals. That's just class. 22 minutes almost immediately after that highlight. Got thrown deep in their half. Razali has it on the edge of the box. Knocks it into Fatwa. Fatwa gets the second goal of Champions League group stage for Pahang. And it's a good soft header. A good ball in by Razali. And all it needed was a tiny glance. Keeper couldn't get his hands to it. Let's take another look at this one. Razali crossed it on his left. Fatwa. Yeah, the keeper wasn't expecting that, was it? Good header. That's a good goal, and we're 1-1 now. Obviously, it's a corner right on half time. We're past the added time. We're past the added time. That one stings. The simple corner. You can't even say he's out-jumped a man because no one's anywhere near him. And now we're down 2-1 just before half time. Abusi. Free as you like to head that one home. That's really frustrating going into half time to concede like that. Daly with a free kick. Knocks it over to Toure. Toure is offside though, thankfully for us. Daly with a free kick. We know how they can punish us. Free. The lead players offside there. So he finds Cameron. Pickering, nice little triangle play here. Quay has it now. He's got a bit of space to get in a good cross. He does to Fatawu. And Fatawu equalises once again with his head. Get in. We're back in this game. It's a great cross from Quay. It was good build-up play down that left side. Quay to make some space for himself there. Rizaldi played him in. No one anywhere near him, so he has time to look up, find his man. Fatawu pulls off the defender. Heads it where the keeper is never going to get to it. That's a good goal. Huda with a free kick. 50 yards out. It's crossed in and a penalty's been given. Didn't think it was a penalty myself. It seemed soft. Fatawu on a hat-trick. He gets it. Get in. We are now leading. For the first time, I believe, in a Champions League group stage. In the last 2 seasons, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I am. Doesn't matter though, because we're winning this game. We're up to 2nd position. We've got to hold on to this lead now. Adelaide looking to get an equaliser with Strain, who finds the aggro. McGree, great ball through to Toure, and Toure's going to score. That is so ridiculously frustrating. It's an incredible ball behind, but you just knew on that angle Isha was never going to get to it. Strain under lots of pressure. Finds the aggro, plays a simple ball to McGree. McGree plays it in behind. Defenders aren't alert, they're not ready. Isha stopped covering his near post. Such a poor goal from the defender's point of view. At the goalkeeper's point of view, sorry. That's going to settle that one. I personally think we should have won that game. I think we played well enough to win it at home. We're not going to get a better chance than this. Fata with a hat-trick, fantastic game from him. But it wasn't enough, and we're only on 1 point. It's going to be difficult to get anything out of this group stage at this point. 3rd time lucky, maybe? We'll have to wait and see. I think this is going to be a difficult task. They're the only other team not to... Oh no, Adelaide haven't won as well. So we're equal on points with them, so you'd like to hope so, but then you take a look at our midfield and yeah, it's not gone well. Farazat's still too injured to play and Pickering is out with a suspension. Nobody else can play because Pavlenko isn't registered. Oh, it's going to be a rough one, this. But you never know, maybe they can step in and do the job. Other than that, the team is the same. 13 minutes in Beijing are going to try and play a ball over the top, but Patty gets a clearance. Raheem intercepts a bit of a hacked clearance from the Beijing defender. Under pressure from that same man. Plays it to Mathia, who has his shot blocked. Plays it to Raheem, who passes it to Quay. Gives the Huda back to Quay. Quay's going to take a shot and he's going to finish it. We are 1-0 up against Beijing. Away from home as well. It was a great strike by Anthony Quay. It seemed like the goalkeeper could have done a little bit better with it. It was some very short passes to create that space. Huda played it off to Quay. Quay found himself with some space to shoot, and so he just did. And rifled it in. It was a good finish. They're looking to instantly hit back and they go into... It's a free kick. You know that that's always going to happen. There are no tall players that I can sign. Believe me, I did look and try. Very frustrating to immediately concede as well. That hurts. A good header. Header missed. Kubo passes to Decore. Decore's got a lot of space. Probably going to line up a shot. He doesn't. Worked well into the wing. A good cross in and it's a good header and we're down. I don't really know what to say about that one, to be honest. You just know it's coming, that's the frustrating thing. Lee K has it on the edge of the box. Knocks it to Ji Haxwang. Just beats or gets away from his man. Zhang Yuning. 2-1 to Beijing. Zhang Yuning. Oh, he had a chance to shoot, but he plays it back to Nabi instead. And gives it out left to Mendy. Mendy plays in Kubo. Kubo takes a great touch and it's a good finish, you have to admit. Benjamin Mendy is Beijing's left back. Benjamin Mendy had the ball on the left. He played a good ball through. Kubo took a great touch with his left. Got it out of his feet quickly and slotted it across the goalkeeper. That's a good finish. That's for a misery compiler here, but for Beijing. And it's going to be Zhang Jing. Another goal against us. It's a good cross in. First time finish. It's going to be a long night, isn't it? Came from a throw-in. Kubo played it back to Nico Yenaris. Zhang Ying took it on the volley. It's a good, fantastic finish, to be fair to him. 60 minutes in, can we sort of make this scoreline a bit more respectable? Zanadine plays up to Huda. Good touchdown. Knocks it to Fatou. This is good play from the boys. Quay rides the tackle well. Fatou passes it back to Quay. Quay with a fantastic shot. He's on a brace now. That's a great strike into the top right corner. Maybe we've given ourselves a chance here. Just maybe. Quay rode the tackle well. Gave it to Fatou. Gave it back. Said, no, I don't want that. So Quay said, well, you don't want that. I'll just find the postage stamp. Great goal there. Playing between the defender and the goalkeeper. Not sure what the goalkeeper's doing there. It's so high up under no real pressure. Benjamin Mendy's going to have it. Acres of space to find a cross, and he does so perfectly. Zhang Jing ends our hopes and dreams. Damn. I don't even want to watch this one. I just want to move on. That is the end of that one. 5-2 loss to, at the time, the worst team aside from us. Not looking good once again. Alright guys, we're back for the return leg against Pahang, and oh boy, have we been hit with some injuries. Anthony Quay is out with a damaged shoulder. Pickering is out with a torn hamstring. Razili is suspended. Mohammed is suspended. And we have 2 unregistered players. You know about that. We've had to call in the youngsters just to make up the bench. We don't even have a backup goalkeeper. It's really, really rough. Just take a look at this. Oh, it's nasty to see, isn't it? We've got Isha in goal, thankfully. Zenadine, Patti, Jabbar and Hashim as the defenders. Kamaradin in midfield. Rahim on the right and Summer on the left. Fatawa and Harry Huda up top. This is going to be very, very difficult to get anything out of. You can't really blame the injuries on our poor form in the Champions League, but it definitely doesn't help things, does it? This is going to be the sign of a very long game. Palacios knocks it into Sanchez. Sanchez gets the goal, and straight away we're on the verge of being knocked out. Just after half time, Pahang have a throw in. O'Neill is on the ball. There's a short pass to Lee So Bin. O'Neill and Lee Jo Young and Lee So Bin knock it around each other a little bit. Lee So Bin under some pressure. O'Neill does well to get it out to the right, and that's going to be a sending off. Shea Hassan, just what we bloody need. Free kick in the 70th minute. Can we grab an equaliser? Huda collects it at the back post. It went through everyone. It's cleared, and Pahang are going to launch for a counter-attack with Sanchez at the moment. Lee Tae-so. Oh, Bujang's fouled him. Is that another yellow? Oh, we have no wingers. 95th minute. This really will be the last chance of the game. Not a goal, thankfully. It doesn't mean much. We're still in with a chance of qualifying, but it seems very, very unlikely at this point. A 1-0 loss, 2 sending-offs, a lot of injuries. We really are in a bad position. Film efforts were excellent. No, wrong with you. We're back for the 5th game against Beijing, the return leg. If we lose or draw this game, then we are out. If we win, we're still within a chance. You know how it goes. We are horribly, stuck for choices here. Can I put Summer on? Can. Interesting. Right. Let me sort the team out one moment. Alright, this is the team that we're going with. Isha in goal. Zenadine, Mohammed, Jabbar, Razali in defence. Farizat and Kamradeen in midfield. Sama, Putre in the wing positions. Fatou and Herihuda up top. Free kick in the 21st minute. Kubo knocks it back and Abdoulaye Dakore gets his goal. That's 1-0. He's a very tall man, to be fair. Not many people would beat him in the air. Kubo just let it float in there. Dakore rose well. Put it right in the top corner. Isha's never getting to that, no matter how tall he is. Zenadine throws to Farizat. Zenadine has it on the left. Some good passing play. Putra plays in Huda. Huda finally scores underneath the goalkeeper. It's a bit of a Mistake from the keeper, but gives us a chance. We're back in this game. Zinedine played it to Farazat, who knocked it to Putra, who'd just found himself in a little bit of space. Putra picked him out well. Oh, that's a big mistake from the goalkeeper there. 50 minutes in, throwing deep in the Beijing half. Being passed around on this left side. Zinedine finds himself with a bit of space, passes it to Putra, knocks it back to Zinedine. Zinedine's going to hit it across the box, and Sama is going to absolutely smash that one home. That is as top bins as it gets. Almost taking the bar out of the ground. What a goal. Zinedine found him well. Sama, great touch, just absolutely rifled. The keeper doesn't even move. That was a rocket of a goal. We are in the lead. Very surprising, but I am happy about it. We've done well so far. Oh, I've honestly, he's been on about 10 minutes. How has he got 2 yellow cards? 93 minutes. Is this going to be heartbreak? I just wanted one win in the Champions League with my time here. It's going to be another red card. I can't deal with this. Oh, 94 minutes in. It's going to be a free kick from that red card. It's headed back to the free kick taker. Pass it to Lee Kane. Knocks it in back. I think he was offside. Yes, he was. That's the end of that. Somehow, we still have a chance of qualifying. We need a victory against Adelaide, and we need Beijing to either draw or lose, and we have a chance. But regardless of whether we get through or not, I'm just glad we won one game. Didn't deserve it at all. 2 red cards, but we will take it. I did that wonderful thing again where I stopped the recording because I'm an idiot. Here we have the team, Harry Hood and Fatah up top, Quay and Raheem in the attacking wing spots, Mafia and Kamradin in the centre mid, Tajuddin, Jabbar, Mohammed and Zinedine in the defence, and of course Isha in goal. If we win this game and Beijing lose, we are through. If we draw, we are out. If we lose, we are out. And if Beijing draw, we are out. So we absolutely have to win this game. Goalkeeper just hit it up long. Brown plays through Toure. Toure finishes. That's 1-0. Very, very disappointing to concede in that fashion, but it's how we've been done all the time. Looks like we're out so far, boys. Perhaps not. 10 minutes in. Throwing deep in. Zinedine plays an unbelievable ball through Fatawu. He's offside. Oh, he scored, what, 4 offside goals so far in the Champions League? Zinedine with a great crossing on his left. Fatawu with a very good finish on his left, but unfortunately wasn't onside. 25 minutes in. Tajuddin throws to Quay. Passes it back to Tajuddin. Gonna hit it up top. Wilson wins the header though. Diagro in midfield. Mario with some space on the left here. Plays through Toure. Toure's going to finish that. 2-0. I think that's all she wrote for us, unfortunately. It was a very spirited effort, but it wasn't good enough, I'm afraid. Mario, it's so simple. On the left. Plays through Toure. Makes a good run, to be fair to him. Keeper should be doing that. Better than that. 27 minutes in. It's going to take nothing short of a miracle if there's another goal. And there's going to be. It's a penalty. Jabbar gave it away. He's booked for his troubles. Adds to our already horrible disciplinary record in the Champions League and a horrible defensive record in the Champions League. It's 3-0 to Adelaide. They've scored 3 against us yet again. Dake put it sort of down the middle. It was definitely savable if the keeper went the right way, but unfortunately he didn't. 36 minutes. Strain with the throw-in. Throws it to McGree. Plays it back to Strain. Strain's going to... What happened there? Maria headed it, looked like he was taking a shot, and Toure just broke off his man and finished it for him, said thank you very much. That's 4 in 36 minutes. We conceded less when we had 9 men. Strain. What is the defender doing there? It's like he doesn't even look behind him. Not that far off his head for him to get a head on it. Just after half time, Brown with a free kick. That happened so quickly. It's 5-0 and we have been embarrassed here. We really have been embarrassed. Jasper Brown with the free kick. Must be, what, 30 yards out? The keeper goes down so early to that. Definitely could have saved that if he wanted to. The fullback clears it up to Traore, wins his header well. A good tackle by Jabbar. This is just hoofball city, isn't it? Very ugly football in the rain. Looks like Adelaide are going to try and add a bit of quality to this game. Brown with a fantastic ball through to Krizmaric. Plays it back to, Tardavoski. The keeper once again has let us down. I can't wait to get out of this country with some actual tall players. Tardavoski with the header, not going to score. Or he's not going to be gifted one quite like that ever again. So poor from the keeper. Mohamed with the ball, 85th minute. I really want this game to be over. I don't even want a goal at this point. It's not going to make me feel any better. Probably just going to annoy me even more. Fatu might get it though. He's 1-on-1. It is a good finish. minus 9 goal difference. We've saved ourselves a little bit. So it came off the heel of the defender, and Mafia capitalised well. Played through Fatu. A good finish 1-on-1 by Fatu. 13th goal of the season. Well, we have crashed and burned out of the Champions League. I didn't think we were going to win this game realistically, but I did think we'd put on a better performance than that. Beijing did manage to win their game, but because of Adelaide beating us by 5 goals, they qualify through goal difference. So you're welcome, Adelaide. You are welcome. We'll take a quick look at the Champions League, just at the stats. Obviously, we have no players anywhere near here, but one interesting thing about the yellow cards here is we have the record for the worst discipline in the competition's history. Take a look at worst team discipline here for 2024. We got 33 yellow cards and 4 red cards. That is a tremendous effort. I'm borderline impressed. Traore for Adelaide is the current top goal scorer, and Sanchez is 3rd, so we really did have a difficult group when you look at it like that. Clean sheet, Shahiri has not conceded in any group games. They must have qualified then. Let's go take a look at them. They have on 13 points. Wow, they've had a great time. We'll take a quick look at their schedule. Yeah. 1 lost. 1 1. Wow, they've had a fantastic time in the Champions League. Good to see Malaysia still being represented, but it's not by us, and that is a big shame. We will run through what has been going on in the league now, and I think you'll be a little bit surprised to see who is top. I'll give you a clue. It isn't us, and it's not Johor either. Top of the table is Penang. Granted, the other 3 teams behind them all have a game in hand, but even if they win those, none of us can catch up Penang. They've only lost 1 game all season, and that was to Melaka, who are in 2nd. It's just gone kind of crazy. We lost our last game to Selangor, which put us sort of slightly behind the pack. Johor drew that game as well on the same game day. But we do have a game in hand. Perhaps we can get a bit closer to Penang. We're still to play them, so there's always a chance. Following the 1-0 loss that you saw against Johor, we bounced back well. We beat Kaching 3-0. Putra getting one just before half-time. Quay getting one just after, and Mohamed sealing the deal in the 89th minute. It was a very good victory of that. It was nice to bounce back, show that we meant business still. We then played Felder United away. We beat them 2-1. It was a consolation going in the 93rd minute for Felder from Abdul Aziz, but it was Quay and Fatu with goals early on that really sealed the deal for us. We then beat Terenggale's 2nd side 5-1. Harry Huda getting a hat-trick there, and that was the first and only time he's done anything decent this season. Not done well at all. Jabbar and Pickering got the other goals. We beat Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia's capital. We beat them 3-0. Fatu with a very fast hat-trick, 31st, 32nd and a 37th minute penalty to seal his hat-trick and to seal the victory for us. We played Kelantan in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. We beat them 4-2. Another consolation goal in the 93rd minute for Kelantan, but Putra got 2 and Fatu got 2 as well. We then played Johor in a very crazy end to the game. It was the FA Cup quarter-final 1st leg. We missed a penalty in the 80th minute. Delbridge scored for Johor in the 91st minute and what seemed like a winner before Raheem scored a 94th minute equaliser. The game went to 98 minutes. It was very tight, very close. But that 91st minute winner, goal, did come back to bite us. We'll go into that in a moment. We played Kelantan again just 2 games later. This time we managed to not concede against them, winning 4-0. Raheem got the first, Putra got the 2nd, and Fatua got the other 2 in a good first half display. The game against Kedah is where our league form started to slip a little bit. We drew 1-1 this game. We created enough chances to win the game, but we weren't strong enough to score them. Fatawa got the goal in the 34th minute after Hamza had scored in the 15th minute for Kedah. We then played Johor in the second leg and we weren't able to grab a goal, which meant that Johor won on away goals. This was very frustrating, especially considering we missed a penalty and we could have won that the first leg. But it is what it is. There will be no Malaysian FA Cup winners medal around my neck. I'm very sad to say it, but that's just one trophy I will never hold. We then lost the second game of the season against Selangor, 2-1 loss. They scored a goal in the 25th and the 44th minute. Putra did pull one back in the 50th minute, and while we did look like we might score another, we never did, and unfortunately that meant we lost that game. So this is how the league looks now. Fatawa on 7 goals, he's having a good season so far. Filling in, who does big boots to fill. He's not having a great season, but Fatawa is having a good one. We've still got Melaka and Penang to play, and we've got a game in hand on Penang, so I'm not too worried about what's going to happen at the top of the league. In terms of what's going to happen next episode, because we're not in the FA Cup anymore, there's no point in playing that game and then chasing the league down. I'm just going to come back to whenever the title race starts heating up, whether that's we have an opportunity to win it, we're really fighting hard to win it, or we've lost it and we get fired. Who knows? But I don't know what game I'm going to be coming back for. Just know I'll be around roughly the Kedah Selangor game because we have Melaka and Penang to play, so it could be some interesting final games of the season. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and maybe with a new team in the next one. It's unlikely, but it's possible that something will come up that I'll be able to take. If not, then I'll see you for us chasing down the league. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye bye.